Bienvenidos, señoras y señores, and thank you for joining us at the Above and Below podcast, a podcast where we sit down, a bunch of us guys, and we just shoot the shit. Hi, I'm Steven.
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Brad.
Unfortunately, we are missing one of our key members. Tony unfortunately died at the operating table getting penis reduction surgery, but because he's not here, we decided to compensate a little bit. Brad, take it away.
So we got two special guests today, instead of one, which is our fourth episode. We normally have one, but we got two since Tony died in his penis reduction surgery.
Because his penis was big.
Huge.
First up, we're joined by Michael today.
Yo, what's up? I'm Michael.
And we're joined by Cody.
Yoroshiku. Cody tomoshimasu.
Now say it in English for the rest of us.
Yo, I'm Cody.
All right. So it's Cinco de Mayo. That's why I did the intro in Spanish. We are drinking a little bit. That's kind of our thing for this week. But before we get into the meat of the episode, I'm going to pass it on to Bobby. Bobby, I know you've been wanting to talk about your week.
Okay, so my week started off with watching, what was that movie you made us watch?
Kung Fury.
Kung Fury. Let me run down a quick rundown of this movie. Okay, so this movie is about a cop whose partner got cut in half by a ninja master. So then he was struck by lightning.
And bitten by a cobra.
And bitten by a fucking cobra and became Kung Fury. A crime-fighting kung fu cop. And he spends the whole movie trying to go back in time to fight Hitler. The Kung Fuhrer. Hitler himself believes that if he kills Kung Fury, he will inherit the abilities of Kung Fury. It was a ride. I don't know how else to describe it. Kung Fu Hitler.
If you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. It's on YouTube. It was originally on Netflix, correct, Brad?
Yes, it's on YouTube.
But now you can find it on YouTube.
For free.
If you've got half an hour you just want to burn, watch it.
Hour.
It's pretty fucking wild. So before we get into it, we're just going to go ahead and all take a shot here. Salud. Cheers.
Levoja.
Woo! Thank God, my rampant alcoholism was starting to get terrible.
Oh,
Cody does
so good.
drink all the time.
Oh.
Totally.
All right. So we're going to talk about
The rest of it.
We're gonna talk about our drunk stories. So we're gonna get progressively better. So Bobby, you are the newest one in our group that has been able
before I continue, I'd like to talk about a super funny story that wasn't involving drunkism at all. But being I'm already kind of drunk, it's just hilarious. So fellas with girlfriends, you guys ever like mess around in a stupid, goofy way?
Yes, absolutely.
All the time? Alright, so I have this new thing that I've been doing to Alicia. That's my girlfriend, by the way. Hi, I love you, babe.
She might not after the story.
No. It's all on me. Like I look like the she's suffering here, not me. So earlier this week we was doing some whoopee time, and I got down in there, and I was all like, "Hey, babe, you ready for this?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I'm like,
fucking hell.
I'm like, "Are you sure? This is gonna be the best head you've ever had." So I get down there to the Clint, right, and I'm like staring at it. We're like having like a Mexican standoff. I got my gun ready, and I lean forward ever so slightly, and I just go.
Got a raspberry.
You know the chicks love that.
and I did that for like a hot second. And right whenever she nutted, I went. And it ended with such a good laugh.
Very similarly, a month ago, I was going down on the old wife, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, babe, I got a new move." And she goes, "Oh?" And I'm like, "You ready for this? It's a secret." And she goes, "All right, let's go." And so I get down there and I go, "Ah!"
For any of those who want to try something new in the bedroom, remember this. Get between her legs and say, "Hey, baby, I'm going to speak French between your legs." And then before you start, you go, "Ho ho! I surrender!"
So the rest of my week is followed by playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland Adventure, which has been super fun. It's my first Borderlands game. But enough about that. On to my drunk stories. The first time I ever got drunk was on Halloween
I remember
of last year.
You're welcome.
It was super fun. I had a great time. I don't think I've ever been drunk and not like faded. So like it's always been just like a harrowing experience as the night came to a close. Because the second time I got drunk ever was on New Year's.
Oh my god.
And on New Year's, my happy ass self had 300 milligrams of super yummy chocolate. 300.
Bobby, wait.
Yes.
Wait. My mom's gonna listen to this. I just
Hi,
told a
Alice.
story about going down on Mallory.
Well,
Oh, fuck.
we love you guys.
I love
Sorry.
Alice. Alice is my wife.
Stop it.
Hi, Alice. Anyway, so I had 300 milligrams of chocolate, and I thought I was gonna be fine because I do it all the time. I was also going shot the shot with our IT guy. Hi, IT guy. He's sitting here as always. He is real.
Sexy, muscular
That's a
man.
lie.
He's got huge muscles, by the way.
He's my next challenge.
That's also a lie.
For shot.
I like to.
He's
call it-
next, and then I'm going to the final boss, which is Michael.
I don't know how many shots I went. I was also going shots to shot with Brad. But it was a lot for me for one of my first times ever drinking. I don't know how to read his numbers.
It's like 14 shots?
Like
15 shots.
14, 15. It was
14,
nuts.
15.
I
Something
mean,
like that.
it's hard not
A lot
to
of shots.
see what his hand movements are doing because he's missing like a few fingers. But hey, you know.
Yeah, I think he's missing like his index, his middle finger.
His whole
Oh,
hand
God.
is gone.
Yeah, so it could be 3 or it could be 5. You don't really know.
That's the world of IT for you.
But a lot of
job.
a lot of shots were taken that night. And if I remember, was this for your Halloween or for New Year's?
This was for New Year's.
New Year's.
Oh, that was the night that got broke.
This fucking I just remember a photo that was taken between your girlfriend and you, and it is the funniest fucking thing because your girlfriend's like, you know, all smiley and cheesy, and you are just like staring off into the distance. Gone. I see that photo every time and I fucking die.
He's acknowledging the horde of demons at the
He's
wall.
like, he's just like staring off into space.
That
He's like,
was-
oh.
That was 2 New Years ago. The first New Year's I ever spent with you guys, and I wasn't drinking at the time, but I got cheesed out of my fucking mind.
Was that what I'm thinking of?
That's what you're thinking
Okay.
of, where I was just staring off into the distance. It was a ride. Brad's one old roommate was there and like just feeding me candy, and I couldn't tell him no. He was just like, hey, have a Kit Kat. I'm like, oh fuck, here's a Kit Kat in my mouth.
You want some candy? Hey.
But continuing New Year's, I man, it was a ride through and through. As the night progressed, our IT guy noticed that something was amish. And
Amish?
Yeah.
Yeah, Amish.
Amish people. So
Jenny
there were
Diane
Amish
rolls
people.
up.
There were
Yeah,
Amish people
outside.
everywhere.
Good
No,
old Pennsylvania.
and I start feeling my first ever dizzies.
Oh no. The spins.
And also at the same time, the 300 milligram chocolate
Yo, hit
kicked
me
in.
a shot.
Were you the one who broke the table?
I didn't break the table because I wasn't moving.
No, that was them.
That was them.
Oh, that was them.
Them.
We won't say who them
Jack
is, but
and
it was
them.
them. It was
Yeah,
them.
it was
Jack,
Jack
and
and
them.
them.
It was Jack and them. Love you guys.
Here you go, buddy. Have a shot.
Thank you, bartender. You're a sexy mofo.
I love Cody. Anyway, so as the night progresses, the ball drops, and for some reason we are watching it in every country, and I can't produce language, so I'm sitting there crying my eyes out as the spinnies are happening.
Wait. No habla español? How the hell are we supposed to do a Cinco de Mayo episode if you can't speak Spanish?
I know it's a real problem.
Pero mira,
I
pendejo.
had-
Tiene-
Give it a few more drinks.
so
He'll start speaking Spanish.
so I start throwing up.
Oh, yeah.
Previously to throwing up, I had eaten a whole platter of salami and pepperoni and
Ugh.
cheese. But all that came out was salami. Bro, this shit had the consistency of dog food. All over Brad's nice pillow.
All over my fucking pillow.
And I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at the IT guy. He's taking care of me and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm such a nerd. And this goes on for like 2 hours of me crying about being a nerd and drunk. And he's just like, you're not a nerd. You're amazing. You're amazing. Stop calling yourself a nerd or I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
You're valid.
Thank God for IT.
So thank God the IT guy came through. I threw up all over Brad's pillow. I couldn't understand any other kind of language. I didn't know that language was a thing. And it was just beating the shit out of me. I was hitting the spinnies. It was going fucking wild. So that's it for my first drunk story. I threw up all over the place, and yeah, that's the first I've ever been like super duper drunk.
I got a good one for you.
Yeah?
So this was a story. A lot of my drunk stories have to do with my buddy Tins, and he was on the podcast before. We actually got super duper close going out to the bars because we knew each other in college. But once I had left college, one day I just invited him out to the bars, and it is what they say history. That's just kind of what set it off.
It's lore.
So one day, it's a Saturday, and we live in a college town. So it wasn't like any like huge night, but it was a bumping night. And we decided to go out. So we started in a regular bar. It's happy hour. We're taking some good shots. We're drinking. We're having a good time. At this point, we decide to go to another bar. At this point, I realized I forgot something at my house, and I lived right on the same street that we were bar hopping on. So I go in and grab some shit. My next door neighbor's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, me and my buddies are just going out drinking." And she was going through like midterms or finals or whatever it was. She's like, "Hey man, can I just join you guys?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, the more the merrier." So we go out to this next bar. And at this point, I'm already pretty well into my night. So I get there. Salute.
L'chaim.
Don't do it.
Saboja.
You have so much to live for.
So we get there, and I see my godparents, who I hadn't seen in actual years, were just at this bar.
Small world.
And it was a great moment. It was exciting. We got to talk. We got to catch up. And my godfather, being the hell of a man that he is, he goes, "Hey, what are you drinking?" And me being drunk at the time, I go, "Whatever you're having." So he starts handing me IPAs. Now, I'm not a beer drinker. And I should have known this was a problem when I was drinking these like water.
Oh, no.
When I took like 3 or 4 of these down, like nothing. And at this point, all my friends are out somewhere else. I'm having a good time with my godmother and godfather who were there. Eventually, they left. And eventually, we were leaving. So we go to this third bar. And at this third bar, I don't drink any alcohol. But it was packed. And I like to dance. So we were in the dance floor, packed as shit, hot as fuck. I am sweating out every ounce of liquid I had in my body. And I didn't drink any water that night.
Oh,
Well, that's a rookie move.
Come to the end of the night. We're all saying our goodbyes. I go to my house, and I'm walking up the stairs to my apartment.
Speaking of water.
And I hear, here, go get some.
Care.
Here, I hear in my back of my head, I hear,
You're good.
"Run." And I run up these fucking stairs.
Here,
And I start vomiting
Bro.
at the toilet. I make it, thank God. Just I puke up a fucking storm. And my girlfriend at the time wakes up, and she's not too happy that I woke her up. I get it.
they usually are happy though. You know.
And I start throwing up. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Ugh."
What is wrong with you?
Eventually, I'm like, "Hey,
Did
drunk,
you steal my fucking water?
hey, drunk Steven, it's time for you to get a shower. It'll help you." And I'm like, "Of course, drunk Steven, it's time to get a shower."
It's a good time.
sorry, drink your water.
So in our apartment, we don't have a bathtub. It's just a regular shower. So I sit down. I can't stand up. I take my clothes off sitting down, and I start taking the shower. And I start coming in and out, dude. It is a bad time. And eventually, I don't know how long I was in the shower. My girlfriend at the time comes running in. She looks at me naked on the shower, and she goes, "Steven, move your fucking balls. Your balls are clogging the drain." And I look at her, and I look at the fucking floor, and I see my balls are clogging the drain, so I slightly move them to the right. And I let the water run through. If she had been like 1 or 2 minutes slower, the water would have started filling out into the bathroom. She had to come in 2 or 3 more times to tell me the same fucking thing.
Bro.
Yo,
So eventually,
your balls don't float.
no, they were right on the
You
drain.
good?
And eventually, I'm like, it's time to get out of the shower. I don't know how long the shower was. And I was relegated to the couch. And I stayed the night on the couch.
That's one night that she wished you were a eunuch.
Yeah. She hated me.
Dude, that, you know how, like, off the wall that story is?
It fucking happened, bro.
Dude, when you first told me that, like, I thought you were making shit up.
No. It
My balls
legitimately
got
happened.
sucked into the drain.
Well,
That's
like,
fucking
not...
hilarious.
So, like, it wasn't in the... Because obviously it's got that cover. But my balls were sitting perfectly over them. And I was too drunk to realize what was happening.
Wait, did it feel good? Dude, I love
Bro.
getting my balls sucked.
I was drunk as fuck. I didn't know what was going on.
I bet it felt amazing.
I didn't know.
That cover's not there. You have to call the fire department.
yeah.
You stuck there. You just like, hey, yo.
Aw, man, you're lucky it didn't get that far. Because how do you explain that? Especially whenever you're coming in and out of consciousness.
Hey, officer. Hey, officer, I swear to God I'm not drunk, but
Officer, you're drunk.
my balls are clogging and they're stuck. I need some help.
Strange story. True story, really. But have you ever had that time whenever your balls get stuck in the drain?
Thank you.
No? Well, that's the time that's happening.
Bring
right
the
now.
jaws of life. I may need to have this cut off.
It really just, a maid shows up with some butter and be like, I got you.
Does anyone else have any good drunk stories?
Yeah,
they
I'm
wanna
going to tell the first time I was drunk. And it's nothing too wild. But I'm at my boy Cody's house, and I drink, I'm going to sound like a pussy, 9 Red's Apple Ales.
Okay. Hey, you got to start somewhere.
9 Red's Apple Ales, and I'm fucking gone. And so, at the end of the night, it's New Year's, by the way. Is it New Year's?
It's probably New Year's.
I think it's New Year's.
Basically the only time we ever fucking
Can we
drink.
talk about your character development real quick, Brad?
Character
Yeah?
development?
You went from you said 9 Red's Apple Ales.
Yes.
Bro, wait.
Remember how he pretended to be drunk after he went shot for shot with me the second time?
Oh, you shut the fuck up.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but apparently he's all about it. Anyway, so 9 Red Apple Ales in.
I'm drunk as fuck, the ball drops, and I'm like, my mom needs to know I love her.
Oh my God, I hate
Fuck,
that
I remember
shit.
this.
So I call my mom. And then, actually, she's the second person I call. I called my college friend Brandon first.
Yeah, that was great.
I love Brandon so much.
And I'm like, hey, Brandon, what you doing, buddy? And he goes, oh, nothing. I just go, I just want you to know
Fucking
I love you.
You guys gotta remember, this is Red Apple's Ale.
Before he says anything, I hang up on him. And then I immediately call my mom, and I'm like, Mom. And I'm crying at this point. I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I love you. I didn't mean to be such an asshole as a kid.
He's lying, by the way. He totally did.
And then I hung up on my mom.
I have stopped drinking heavily, specifically because I know myself to be the sad drunk, to start crying and be like, it starts with the I love yous. So I
mine.
feel that.
Yep.
And then it progressively just goes down.
I've never gone there, and I'm so scared of going there.
I don't think I've ever had an I
Don't
love
lose
you
everything.
One time in New Year's.
Blacking out is a nightmare.
One time on New Year's, Steve and I got absolutely hammered.
Oh my God.
And I looked at him and I go, man,
Oh.
because one of my family members had just died, and he was a piece of shit. But like, I'm just like, man, you gotta love them while they're here.
Okay.
Because when they're gone, you just don't have a chance anymore. And it's just not worth it.
And the worst part about that is that I was like, me and my parents were going through a rough time at the time, and we were just starting to reconnect again. And I was like, I was fine. That was the first night that I was fucking fine. And then he says that shit, and I'm broken. I am broken. I've let go of every intuition. I am crying. And I'm like, you're right, Brad. We gotta love them while they're here. And oh, fucking hell. I'm still so mad about that.
Rolling on the topic.
I take credit for like helping you reconnect a little bit. Like,
Jesus
you're welcome,
Christ.
buddy.
Can we take a break to appreciate the fact that my mother is immortal?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, oh no, his mom will never die.
She recently broke her hip, and about a week and a half later, she's already up and walking around with mostly no issue.
She's a G.
She is 71.
She's a G.
That's definitely not the worst.
While
thing
we're
that's
on the topic
happened
of
to her.
crying,
She will be. I will die first.
I never thought I'd be an emotional alcoholic. Bro, watching wrestling with you guys.
Why the fuck does wrestling make
Wait.
you emotional?
It makes sense. Let him talk.
So you know how Undertaker recently retired?
Yeah.
Undertaker retired? I am
Yeah.
so far out of this.
So Undertaker retired, and on WrestleMania they showed like a tribute. We talked about this before on the podcast.
Yes, we did.
But you guys don't know about this, so this will be fun.
Sorry, I'm not a
So
fan.
they're showing videos of like recently, like, you know, like, I don't know.
Passed away wrestlers. They were giving a tribute of one of the wrestlers who died saving his son in the ocean. He drowned, and it was emotional. And then we started talking about The Undertaker, who has had an illustrious career, and all of a sudden it's over. Like, it's done. His run is gone. He
Wait.
retired.
Wait. Who did the saving?
It was
Wrestler.
one half of Crime Time. It was
Shad Gaspar.
yes.
Yeah.
Shad Gaspar, you're a great man.
Rest in
Yep.
peace.
Rest-
Pouring out one out for the homies.
Oh,
R.I.P.
fuck yeah!
Oh, good thing I had
shit.
this shot.
Anyway, while he's pouring those out, go continue.
So they get to The Undertaker, and he's retired, so they're showing, like,
Oh.
videos. When I stopped watching wrestling, God damn it. When I stopped watching wrestling, The Undertaker was, like, still in.
Yeah.
So seeing The Undertaker's career flash before my eyes really hit me to home.
Yeah.
And Brad and Steve are emotional. They're watching this, and I'm just like, fuck, man. I missed out on so much. The Undertaker's gone now, and I missed out on probably some of his greatest moments. And I start bawling.
How long had he been a wrestler for?
Oh, dude,
A long
forever.
time since like
Yeah.
the 80s.
Cody, pass
Yeah,
me
late
that-
80s,
pass me that
early
glass.
He was there near the beginning of whenever
Is
it
there
was
any
bought
more
out
water?
from
Bro,
Bret Hart's
bro.
family.
We're out of water?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, we're fucked for the rest of the night.
So think about this. How long was his streak? 20,
23, 20,
23
21, I believe.
and 2?
Was it
Did he lose
21 or
twice?
He lost
He lo-
once.
He lost once. The second
Once.
time was nefarious.
So at the very least,
Great
he's been in
gimmick,
it
though.
for like 22 years.
I'm 21, dude. So it hit me hard that I missed such a large chunk of his wrestling.
Okay, we're ready.
Yo,
Hold on.
You think you miss his wrestling?
Oh,
Talk about
pass
the
this
Golden
Cody.
Lovers for a
Pass this
moment.
Cody.
I don't...
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna get fucked. Holy shit.
I'm already drunk and this is a good time.
I know.
am a
How
lightweight,
far are we?
apparently.
How far are we in?
I don't know.
IT guy.
IT guy.
This one's for you, Shad.
What's our time? Yeah, for Shad.
For Shaq.
You're a hell of a man. Undertaker, you
Bro,
too.
what are you trying to achieve here?
I don't know.
I
I
hire
can't
him.
hold it straight.
Salud and all that shit. Oh god, that was
French
crown.
cheers.
Oh god, that was crown. Oh fucking hell.
So yeah, Bobby's literally crying.
Bobby's gone. Okay.
He's
It's all right.
literally
Okay.
crying because the Undertaker retired.
I miss you, Bobby.
He'll come back.
On the plus side, there's plenty of reruns you can watch on Peacock.
But honestly, it's different.
It's
As
Yeah,
opposed to
dude,
watching
it's
it
not
live.
it's not the same as watching. Like
This is...
I
Sit
missed
down.
a lot, but
Relax, sit down.
I
Have
also
some
saw
water.
a lot
You're
of
right.
his beginning of his career and stuff. So like, I guess it's not the same as missing almost all of his career and then coming back to it.
Think about being born into it, watching a little bit of it, and then stopping.
Yeah.
It hurts, dude. Watching The Undertaker's final, like, goodbye. Like, I'm so glad I watched it.
Every year
Oh, God.
since the year 2000, I watched it with my dad. Every year.
I'm sorry, Cody.
So we watched
need
a
to do a shot for
WrestleMania
your
with
father?
your dad.
WrestleMania 20 specifically.
Yeah.
When
We
The
wa-
Undertaker came back and whipped the
Oh,
shit
man.
out of Kane.
Hold on, wait.
no, you're trying to make me tear up.
Hold up.
That's the year Benoit and Guerrero won.
Wait,
Yeah, that was a good year.
Hold up. You mentioned your father. We gotta choose him.
Cheers,
Cheers.
to Brad's
Cheers.
father.
cheers to Brad Zed.
Great man.
Let's go.
The man who gave us Brad out of his
The
nutsack.
man who made us not stay inside to watch anything and go outside because
The
he didn't
man-
want to hear us.
The man who gave me one of my best friends.
Just perfect father.
So here's
The
a to lighten up the mood a little bit. I have another story.
Yeah, we need to change topics. I'm
Hey,
fucking crying.
here's
We're
a-
not-
here's
I didn't
another
even
story.
mean to cry. I didn't mean to get this drunk.
Yeah.
At least he's gonna be pissed at me.
Here's another story.
We are like 20 minutes in at
Are
most.
you serious?
Yes.
Continue.
Here's another story. Again, it starts with Tins, my best friend. And so he goes,
To tins.
to Tins! Woo! Lahayim!
Probably not a good
It's
idea.
gonna be a rough
No,
night.
It's gonna be a rough night.
Aren't they all?
So I just started my new job, right? And Tins goes, "Hey, it's Saturday. Let's go out." And I'm like, "Man, it's a little late. I got work in the morning. I probably shouldn't." And so he did the thing that gets everyone in trouble. We'll just go out for one shot.
Of course.
Oh, fuck that.
And I'm like, everyone knows.
And I'm like, "Of course, Tins. Let's go out for one shot." His friends were in town.
One?
One shot.
Oh yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
always
How
one
naive
shot.
are you?
You know.
So we're like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're gonna go for one shot. We'll call it at midnight. I go to bed. We'll go in the morning to work. So
That's never been a D&D campaign. It's never a one shot.
so we go to the bar that we always started our
You
night.
fucking nerd.
We go to the bar that we always start our nights in, and I knew this was gonna be a rough night because the first thing his one buddy did was go, "Hey, let's do a round of tequila."
Oh my god, dude, tequila fucks me up. That's my second drug.
The nectar of
I
the
get
ambrosia is tequila.
Go ahead.
I just want to take a moment to say that most one-shots are probably one-shots.
In D&D.
Yeah, have a great day.
To D&D.
To D&D.
But not in actual life.
Did that peak?
One
So-
shot does not mean one shot.
So we go for this one shot. At this point, by the end of the bar run, I'm 5 shots in. It's been about an hour and a half. And I'm so drunk because I start talking politics. I don't ever talk politics. And I'm talking politics.
It's true. I've never heard this
That's
man
usually
talk
a
about
Tony
politics.
thing.
I understand it's a Tony thing. Rest in peace, Tony. Big dick surgery.
Big dick surgery, Tony.
Big dick surgery!
To big dick surgeries.
Woo!
This is gonna.
His funeral's on Cinco de Mayo.
I apologize. He's going to come resurrected and he's going to have to edit this episode. I apologize in advance, buddy.
Yo,
So we go to the next bar, right? And we meet up with our one buddy who's there and he goes, "Hey, we got to go to this next bar. I got a Tinder date."
Oh.
I don't want to say her name, but she worked at Walmart. We know who we're talking about.
Yep.
That's how I met this woman.
wait.
We're going to go.
No,
I'll
no.
tell you after the podcast. We'll go from there.
Yo,
You
I
still
gotta
know,
know.
so-
We'll
Does
just
she still
remind-
work at Walmart?
No, we'll go from there.
Okay.
You still know.
So she goes. So that's the Tinder date. So
Yo.
we get there.
Hold up. You're in my chair.
So we get there, and we're still drinking. And at this point, our one buddy's kind of big dicking around, and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna buy a round for the bar." And the bar cheers, right? And he goes, "Hey, give him some good vodka." Well, the bar fucking lied and gave him bottom shelf vodka. So we go to the back. There's an outdoor area. There's a little fire going. His Tinder date's in the bathroom, so we're kind of just shooting the shit. We're just talking. We're having a good time. I'm flirting with the babes at the time. And then we're just like, she finally comes back. And we go for a shot, right? And Tins smells the shot. And he goes, "Yo, man, this smells like hand sanitizer." And I'm like, "Don't be a fucking bitch. It's fine. Just take the shot." So we take the shot. And it was fucking battery acid. It was fucking rough. He doesn't go through half the shot. It takes 2 swallows to get it all down. And he starts hovering over the trash can. At this point, one of the bouncers in the bar walks up to him, puts a hand on his shoulder, and is like, "Hey, we have a strict no throwing up policy. You vomit, you're out."
Oof.
And I hear this conversation.
Oof.
So I get up and I'm like, Hey, Tins, you can't vomit. It's all in your head, bro. Don't vomit. Mind over matter."
It's actually mostly in your stomach, but okay.
I sit back down and I forget Tins exists for about 10 minutes. And he sits back down and he leans over and he goes, "Hey, don't tell the bouncer, but I threw up a little in my mouth and I'm feeling pretty good right now." And I'm like, "You know what? I thought I'd sit you out, but at this point, I think we're good. I won't tell him."
To Tins.
To Tins!
To 10.
Hey, speaking
Lahayim.
Speaking of Tins,
Oh, wait, he's supposed to
he
be
was
dead.
on episode 4.
No, that's Tony.
He was our first guest, and he left something here the last time he was here.
I
This
can't.
beautiful bottle of orange liqueur tequila, and I'm about to finish it for you, buddy.
Okay,
Lahayim!
this is the first time I've heard that was tequila.
To Tins.
To Tins. Oh, fucking hell.
Look, it's just the glass. Don't let it get away from you.
So we're drunk as shit, right?
Yeah, no.
Now remember,
Right now, yes.
we were
Yeah,
supposed
extremely.
we were supposed to call it a night at like midnight.
mean-
It's 3 a.m. It's last call.
We also started a little early, too.
So we get home and
Most
I'm like,
alcoholics do, yeah.
"I got this. I just have to stay awake for as long as possible. I don't want to throw up, and if I lay down in bed, the room's going to start spinning. I'm going to stay up." So I go to the couch. Again, it's the same girlfriend at the time. She really fucking hated me. So I turn on the TV, make it real quiet, and I'm sitting watching TV.
Real quiet, turns out it's just blaring. Like the neighbors are banging on the wall, like, "Turn that shit down!"
It's really quiet, though.
It is 6 a.m. I work at 7. I'm still piss fucking drunk. And I'm like, fuck, I can't go in like this. So I call my boss. She's a sweet, sweet lady. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I had a stomach bug last night. I've been throwing up all night. I haven't slept. I don't think I can come in the morning."
That tracks.
She's like, "Hey, it's all right, Steven. You rest up. I'll let your boss know. You just feel good." And I'm like, "Thank you so much." And I hang up. And the moment I hang up, I start throwing up in the bathroom. I go to sleep at 6 in the morning and wake up at noon. I had the best sleep.
I have only thrown up twice. In all of my drinking experiences, I've only thrown up twice. So we're going, right? The very first time, I'm drinking at my apartment, and I got my friends around. And this is why I don't drink rum anymore. I find myself, after drinking all of my buddy Monty's fancy-ass, expensive-ass moonshine, he brings it over and he
Who's
goes,
Monty?
yeah, right? He goes, don't drink this all.
Right, it guy?
He brought over 2 massive mason jars of it. He goes, don't drink this all. I fucking drank it all.
Drink it all.
Here's some water.
Sorry,
I need
buddy.
some water. Give me some fucking
So-
water.
Yes, you do. You know?
Yeah, right?
It says don't.
I
you
drank
do.
the whole fucking thing. And then I'm sitting over the toilet with a bottle of Captain Morgan, my buddy Captain. And I'm going hard. I'm over the toilet because I feel like I have to throw up, but I'm not there.
I have it. You have to drink some of it.
I hate rum. Let's do this.
I don't want to interrupt, but I just asked Cody for some fucking water, and instead of him passing it over, he just drank the whole fucking thing. Thanks, bitch. Jesus Christ, give me that little bit.
He's
Go
a good
ahead.
guy.
So,
Good guy.
so I'm singing Bohemian Rhapsody because that's what's playing, and I'm just singing it over the toilet. Tony's wife's recorded me being.
I remember her talking about this the other day.
If you don't know Bohemian Rhapsody, it's a song by Queen. You may have heard of the
Cody,
band.
everybody.
Who doesn't know?
Cody, everybody.
Bohemian
wait.
Rhapsody is?
There's some young people in the audience.
Wait,
maybe.
I don't know.
what your audience
To be
is.
fair, I grew up in the inner city and didn't know who Queen and like Aerosmith was until I got to
Really?
college. My parents are both Hispanic. I grew up listening to fucking Gilberto Santa Rosa and Aventura. I didn't grow up listening to fucking Aerosmith and Queen.
When we talk
Were you
about
a
the
big
wrong
fan
side
of
of
Selena?
town, we don't
Yes.
mean that,
That
but it's
sounds about
close.
Rest in peace. Hey, a shot to Selena.
Selena!
God damn it.
L'chaim.
So anyway, I finish off the bottle. There's like a fourth of it left. I finish it off, and then I look at the toilet and I see like a little renegade poo stain on the back of it. And I go,
All right, that's a
I
target.
oh, that's fucking gross. And then I threw up my guts and fell asleep in the bathroom.
So while we're on the topic,
Oh, your topic?
Of
Can't I
course.
do my topic? I
go
haven't
ahead,
spoken
Tony.
once
Go
yet.
ahead. Yeah,
Cody.
Tony!
He's
Dead! He's never coming back. He's dead.
Respect the memory, you piece of shit!
To Tony.
To Tony! Let's go!
So anyway,
All right, hold up.
oh okay. go
Cody
ahead,
first.
go
He
ahead.
hasn't spoken
Let's
yet.
cut off here.
3?
This is gonna be early on in our illustrious career of drinking here.
Illustrious.
I didn't
Of
stand up
course.
for a second.
We're
When I
not.
stand up, I'm
We're
done.
not artists.
Me, Brad, and a couple of our good friends over in New Jersey, because apparently that exists.
That's Jack in them.
Jersey don't exist.
Yeah, those things.
Actually, I don't think that them was there at this point.
Yeah,
No?
them was just Jack. Wait. Whatever.
Everything hurts.
Early on in our career, we're sitting there. We played some good games of Magic. I look over at Brad. I'm doing fine. I haven't really gone hard, but Brad's going fucking nuts. And I look into his
Yes, he
eyes and I
does.
think, could I get this man to buy a shitload of fucking dominoes? So
Spoiler alert, he could.
I fucking look at him and I'm all like, Brad, are you hungry?
Always.
Thinking about some pizza? Maybe a pasta bowl? What about
Oh.
breadsticks?
How about
And this man, he looks at me and he's all like,
Oh,
man, what you asking? And I'm like, Dominoes. And then from that point on, I knew I had him. So egging him on for another 10 minutes. Eventually, motherfucker buys like $100 worth of Dominoes. Worst mistake he could make. He was fucking poor.
Worse or better?
No. I saved a fuckload for that trip. I had a few $100 on me. I did.
Bro,
Motherfucker, you weren't planning to spend it on fucking Dominoes.
I wasn't.
college and pizza. Thank you for reminding me. This is the best story I have when I was in
Yo,
college.
I miss Philly.
Listen, so my buddy, well, we're not close anymore, but he was a close friend of mine in college, and he was graduating that year.
To him.
To him.
To him.
No, fuck you, bitch.
Who's
Hey,
him?
No one.
Yeah.
Drinking.
We're drinking again.
So
I spilled some on my chair. This is the
So-
new chair.
Dude,
I'm
it came out of my
outside.
nose earlier. It's
so
fine.
when he graduated, it was this year he was graduating. He was always talking about this story
Violently.
of making the most ultimate pizza. We had a KFC Domino's, or KFC Taco Bell. No, fucking hell. KFC Pizza Hut. Thank you, IT guy. KFC Taco Bell. KFC Pizza Hut right down the street. And he's like, I want to make an ultimate pizza, combining best of both worlds. And at the end of this last semester, we did it. We did it. He bought
I hope you picked it up later.
Dude, our IT guy's about to kill himself.
a large pepperoni pizza, and we bought a KFC bucket, mashed potatoes, gravy, biscuits.
Dude, you're turning me on.
And then
I tried to get KFC the other day and at least you wouldn't let me.
You almost knocked over your drink, my dude.
we piled it all on this pizza. We combined Pizza Hut and KFC, and it was the best, worst pizza we ever fucking had.
To that pizza!
Pizza! Woo! Hey, by the way, Tins, this is the last shot of your orange
To
tequila.
Tins and his orange tequila!
Hey, you know what? You haven't had it. You want it?
Oh,
There you go.
sure.
I'll drink some fucking Fireball.
I never had any of it at all.
It's gone.
I'm so sad.
Actually,
Rest
I'll
in
drink this
peace.
little shot of Captain Morgan. I hate rum.
I know it's in your mouth right now, but you gotta
Guys,
finish that.
guys. There's this. I'm very happy specifically because two of the members of this big fight, while they were drunk, are here. Cody and Brian.
Brad.
Hey, yo! To Brian! To Brian!
He's at work, get fucked.
L'chaim.
Probably should stop toasting.
No, we're toasting till the cows come home and the wheels fall off.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Yo, Brad, you peeking.
If you guys
Cody.
want to try.
Cody and Brad, let's talk about that big fucking fight.
Oh, wait, before that, I wanna talk one more time here.
Yes.
I've completely forgotten about what I want to talk about, but it involved me making out with everybody at a New Year's Eve party.
I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa, I am not
wait,
part of that.
wait,
and I'm
wait,
pretty
wait.
sure that the it guy is
You
not
were.
part of that either.
Actually, he was there.
But he wasn't
I
kissing
mean, we
people.
weren't there,
He's
but
he's very making gestures.
I am a very
Remember when we
anti
kissed in Walmart?
kissing guy.
Yo, I'll kiss anybody when I'm drunk, apparently.
Yeah, don't.
Listen. Cody and Brad and the friend group had a very large fight, I believe during the Purge, right?
No, it wasn't the Purge. It
Wait.
was Tony's wedding.
Oh, sounds
What
It
are we
was-
considering the Purge then? What the
The
fuck?
Purge is the
family reunion.
It's the family reunion that we go to and get fucked up every time.
Guys, before we
it's
get
been a
off
while.
the topic, I do have a
I
story
saw
that
Brad's penis
relates
at the family reunion.
that
Wait, wait, wait.
relates to the
Hey, when did
story
you
that
start
came
wearing your hat?
before.
Oh, hold on. Let's hit Michael up.
Because he was talking about moments where he didn't remember.
Second enough?
This is at this point, it's a while back where he got his balls caught.
So how are we
Yes.
doing on talking over?
I mean, it's not exactly catching
Fucking
balls in it,
terrible.
but I did have a moment. But it does relate to more so towards the Tintin story. You see, I was also out, and I was supposed to have a single shot. Yeah, and that's how it always goes. We started because my friend, when I was in college, it was her last time being out there, so she wanted to just have some drinks at the Point up in Pittsburgh. So we went there, and she came with the last of her alcohol in just a canister because she didn't want to take it with her, of course. And we were drinking, and we were like, all right, that's cool. We started out, at least I would like to pretend that we started out thinking that this is all we're going to drink tonight. But of course, that didn't end where you think it ended. She said, hey, let's go to the bar and have a shot.
Right.
Of course.
As it always starts.
And if anyone who has lived in or been to Pittsburgh, especially the downtown area, there's a place called Nichols. And
Did you just say your own name?
yeah, well,
bro, he's Michael.
Michael's
But
the
no,
angel,
Nichols.
the
So we
currency.
go there. We do have a shot, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Shot of what?
And oh god,
Yes.
this was like
A shot of yes.
7 years ago.
A
now.
shot of alcohol.
Shot
It's
of-
been
you
a
don't
while.
remember?
It's only 7 years.
You know, it's only 7 years.
What did you do when you were 7 years old?
I can tell you
Your
that off
mom!
Motherfucker, what the hell?
Bro.
So we have a shot, and then we have a beer, and then we have 2 beers, and then we have 3 beers, and then the bar starts to close, and we go, hey, I need to go home. She says, don't worry, the night's still young, let's go up to Peter's Pub, which is about a 20-minute drive from where we are.
Hold on, wait.
However...
Hold on. I've lost the plot. Where the fuck are we?
We're in
at
downtown.
Peter's Pub.
Yeah.
We're at the
Peter's Pub.
We're in downtown Pittsburgh heading to Peter's Pub in Oakland.
Alright.
So, about
Hey,
about a 15 to 20 minute drive away, we get up there, and we end up literally drinking until the end of the night. And by that point, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Someone else is already buying us drinks.
Wait. The first bar closed before 2?
It's downtown. Downtown closes at 7.
That's a terrible downtown area.
Well, that's most cities that aren't New York, which stays up all night.
The city that never sleeps.
Yeah. By this point,
like it
we
has a
have
moniker for a
a
reason or
Viking
something.
cap that we don't
Wait,
know
what?
where it came from. We have a set of silverware from a fancy, these are fancy silverware that we don't know where it came from. And we are in the middle of drinking, talking to someone who is in the middle of freaking managing the team that is playing against the Pittsburgh Penguins at the hockey rink. He's buying us drinks. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. He goes, hey, you're not driving, are you? Of course, she screams, yeah, we are. I go, hey.
What a dumb bitch!
Well, no, it gets worse.
It gets worse?
Yes.
Oh, no.
She goes, hey. I haven't said this yet, but we're only 5 minutes driving-wise to my place.
Okay.
Hey.
It's Pittsburgh. That's like a minute walking.
This is 2 in the morning. Well, no, 5 minutes driving at 2 in the morning. So, the roads are clear. We're almost to my house. We could be in my house at any second. And she goes, hey, I'm drunk. Of course, we've been drinking a while. She goes, hey, I'm drunk. Why don't we just go back to my place?
Oh, no.
She lives in Avalon.
Oh,
This is
fuck.
about a 45-minute drive.
Jeez.
I go, because I'm
Wait.
still pretty fine, because I drink on the regular. And
Motherfucking
I
alcoholic.
haven't drank a bunch that night either compared to her.
Excuse me, sir.
Hold on.
Avalon? Are we talking about a mythical land of
No.
Avalon? where the
Avalon,
Holy Grail is?
Pittsburgh. I wish.
Yay!
But even then, I don't know if that'd be further away.
To Avalon.
To Avalon!
To Avalon! L'chaim!
I tell her, hey, we're a 5-minute drive away, and she says, why don't we drive to my place? I say, hey, that's not cool, because I got work the next day. Probably shouldn't do that, because you would have to get up early
You
to
should-
drive me home.
That's why it's
Probably
not
planned your
cool.
outings.
No,
Yeah,
you're
not
all
because
fucking, you're all fucking shit-faced with this bitch driving.
Whoa, this is not an argument point for her when it comes to that.
Hey, I'm perfectly sober. I can drive.
I drive better when I'm drunk.
Right?
Fuck you!
My reaction times is shabba.
So
Car
I
is just a
say...
means to an end if you get down to it.
So I tell her, because, I'm of course in the right
Wait.
mind, and I am not too drunk. Okay, cool. So we head to her place.
Are you sure you weren't drunk?
Yeah.
Were you driving? Then you were drunk too.
She drove, funny enough, perfectly. Well, you wouldn't expect her to drive perfectly with how drunk she has been, because not only did she drink with me at the point.
Was it like a straight shot or was it wine?
No. Well, not only was it that she drunk whenever we were at the point.
Motherfucker.
At
that takes
around
practice.
what time did I say? It was
Very late.
Past 2, right?
It was around 4-ish, because
4?
5-ish.
Fuck.
It wasn't that late into the day.
Good hour.
That's when she started. She didn't start drinking
what?
that.
He's
That's when
drunk.
I started drinking.
Hey, it's 5 in the morning. We're
Yeah,
drinking.
no. Sorry, in the afternoon. In the
Hey.
morning. No, sorry. That's my mistake. It was the afternoon, 4 or 5-ish. That's not when I started drinking. I mean, that's when I started drinking, not her. She started drinking
If 5
a few hours earlier because it was her last freaking week
Right.
in Pittsburgh. So she was already way beyond the limit. She drove perfectly there. We are not even a 2-minute drive from her house, and she's like,
Oh no.
I need to get gas.
God damn it.
I'm like,
2
all right,
minutes?
cool. Yeah, she's right up the hill. Like, we literally just pull out of the gas station if we got gas,
She
turn
ran on
right,
fumes?
turn
What the
left,
fuck?
and then got up there. So we go to the gas station. We start to try to put gas in.
What?
She drives to the other side.
It's not suspicious at all.
Hold on. She
Sounds
puts my
normal so
gas
far.
in the car. She says, I don't have my credit card.
Oh fuck. Wait, it's not working.
She says, hey,
Where'd she get money for
Hey.
food, for the
Hey.
drinking part? Like,
Motherfucker trying to use a Sam's
Right?
card.
You take GameStop credit here at this gas station or what?
yo,
I
take offense to that.
She says, hey, I forgot my credit card on the other side. I run
You,
over.
Bobby?
As I run over,
Yeah.
a cop drives
Do you
past
want your hat
me.
back?
Oh no! You want to keep it?
Past
You can.
her.
Fuck yeah, can I get your hat too?
Sits
Oh, hell
about
yeah,
to
double
leave
hat
the
time.
parking spot. Waiting. I go over there. There's no credit card.
Oh no!
No.
Fucking hell.
Your
I
hat
run-
fits very different.
I run back. And I mean I run. I ran over because I was like, it's already like fucking 3:34 in the morning because, you know, what is a 40-minute drive for a sober person isn't necessarily a 40-minute drive for a drunk person. Who says she's not drunk? Of course, don't drive drunk, kids. I get back over to her. She's already pumping gas because she has her credit card.
Wait, I thought she didn't have her credit
Exactly, right?
Man.
She's drunk.
card.
At this point,
Hold on, wait, no. Clearly she's not drunk. She said she wasn't.
Yeah.
She's clearly just a wizard. It's fine.
Yeah, you know, she
It happens,
conjured
you
it in
forget.
front of her because she was like, "Aw, shit, snap my fingers. Here it is. Sorry I made you run over there.
As
But
you do.
hey, welcome back."
Impressive.
She fuels up. We get going. The cop's still sitting there.
wait,
There's
where did the
cops.
cops come from?
The cop who
down the street.
drove past me
That's the sound of the bunnies.
and went towards the exit and stopped.
of the bees.
Assumedly, that the cop was waiting for, you know, anyone going out who they
Should've.
could catch. You
Right.
know, yeah. So she plays it off smooth. She
How?
swerves to the exit.
A smooth swerve, you know.
Don't worry, guys. I'm a
As you
professional.
And we go. We turn right. I am looking back because she's not concerned. She's like, "Ah, man, we're cool." I look back. We turn right. He doesn't move. We turn left
this
up
is
towards her house. He doesn't move.
Oh no. Oh,
We
no.
turn left again. And somehow, we make it back to her place before the cop even fucking comes after.
Oh shit.
So we're already home free.
cool.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Now,
Go fuck yourself.
but that
Probably not a
was
good
one of the most scary times that I have drank. And then somehow been sober enough to be like, hey, maybe we should have went to my house 5 minutes up the fucking road.
Now, hey, Cody,
Look,
Brad,
I am the double hat king.
let's talk about,
Expressed to me in the proper way.
sir.
Two Hat King.
Yes.
Hat King.
Hat-
To Hat King!
Hat King!
Woo!
Woo!
My liege and squire, please tell us about the epic fight that has been spoken above the ages.
Are you talking
Goku
about
versus Link.
when I emerged as the ultimate victor?
Ah, fuck yourself. You did not.
This is our argument because we're
My
too drunk.
unassailable position.
So please,
None could ever present an argument better than I could.
I want to preface this by saying that Michael, Cody, and I have been arguing this point since we were fucking 7.
Look,
Who wins in a
As
fight?
late as
Goku versus Link
let me preface this by saying that
from Legend of Zelda.
that Link from Legend of Zelda has access to a complete and perfect
Hold
wish
on, hold
from
on.
the Triforce
Don't blow your
itself.
load right now.
I
Don't
will blow my
your
load wherever I choose to, sir.
Yeah, well, you can
I
blow
am a
wherever, but
masturbatory man.
whenever. It's
So-
a whenever.
So listen. Okay, so we're at Tony's wedding.
There's this
reception.
motherfucker named Dakota, and he comes at me like, yo, I don't know how this started. Please help.
So what happened was
This
I
is the
sat
only
down.
time I've ever been blackout drunk. I don't recommend it. Please don't.
I sat down and I hit us with the mandatory line that we always start. Hey, you guys want to fight about something, right?
And of course, it's me. I'm always up for an argument. I don't know how to fucking argue, but I think I do.
So I'm like, all right, Goku versus Link, and this.
Of course, Link could win. Of course, Goku could win, but that's not what I'm arguing here.
This motherfucking conversation starts out as literally a 2-hour-long argument of us just sitting around a table,
damn good argument.
smoking
Fun
hookah,
as fuck.
pounding down shots, going, well, this is why this guy would win, and this is why this one would win. And motherfucking Cody, at the end of the argument, gets so plastered. He literally takes and this is super impressive.
Yo, hold up. You don't get to the end first here. My entire argumentation is based on the fact that anything in comics, doesn't matter what the media is, and ultimately who wins is up to the fucking author of the damn book. It doesn't matter who wins.
That's true. But so it comes down to
Look, I don't make the rules. There's
This-
liquid there. I'm throwing it on the floor. Don't ask me.
I will give Cody
Yes.
this.
I don't know what that is.
When we started talking about it, this motherfucker at the end of the argument picks up a bottle of vodka. This is a 750 mil. Hold on, shut up. This is a 750 milliliter bottle of vodka, and there's half of it left. And this motherfucker goes,
Wow.
I can drink it. And he's already gone at this point. So he chugs the entire bottle.
Hold up. He says I'm gone, but at this point, I still have continuity of memory. I still know what the fuck is going on. After this, fuck no.
And I need to let you know that at this point, I'm not at this conversation, even though I was part of the initial fight.
And at this point, I wasn't even existed.
Yes, this was
I
before we met
checked out
Steve.
like 35 minutes ago.
So this
You weren't there
motherfucker,
either, but
check
it's
it
good.
out.
this motherfucker polishes off a half a bottle of vodka in one gulp.
And I know people say that when you're super drunk, that alcohol don't taste like nothing. I didn't believe it until then. That was the
Yes.
only time.
That when my
The
balls
only fucking time.
when my balls clogged the toilet, those IPAs went down like water.
Everything else up to that point, I fucking tasted horrible. Don't drink alcohol, kids. It's bad.
My balls clogged
Matt-
the toilet because of IPAs. I don't drink
Might as well
alcohol.
not have existed.
All right, let me get there. Let me
Fucking
get there.
alcohol.
So this motherfucker then 5 minutes later is blacked out.
Nothing. I am
What am I-
not there anymore. For all intents and purposes, Cody has left the building and dipshit has entered.
One of my buddies is laying in a field, and he stands up.
Woo! Water! My phone!
And this motherfucker goes,
Is it good?
why did he stand up? And that's when we knew he was gone. So he's just screaming about his existential dread in the middle of a field, right? And then Tony's Uncle Kevin, who is the projector.
Tony!
Tony!
Big dick shit!
Yeah!
I can't believe he died.
Yeah!
He's
Rest
fucking
in
dead.
peace.
Dead!
That's
He's
it.
the host
Rest in
of
peace.
this party. He's the host of the party.
It is his wedding after all.
He
Logan
chases
fucks.
Cody down into by a stream, and he goes, "Listen, motherfucker, I'll drown you if you
Hold
don't calm
up.
the
At
fuck
this point,
down."
I'm completely gone, but there are occasional times where I sneak back in and I remember little bits and pieces. I'm fucking horrified the entire goddamn time.
Tony's
I come
uncle
in,
tried to
I'm
drown
fucking
you,
screaming, and it ain't a fucking game. It's the worst I've ever felt in my entire life. Don't get blackout for the love of God.
So he's like, "Okay, I'll calm down." And then at this point, I had stopped drinking because I'm the DD, and I am pretty sober. And so I'm like, "All right, buddy, let's get in the car." We pack into the car and we're driving home. And this motherfucker just starts crying in the back. And I'm like, "Yo, Cody, what's up?" And he goes, "Why does everyone think they're smarter than I am?"
Hold up. Hold up. I sneak back in here. I start remembering a couple things again, but it don't have anything to do with that. There's fucking hair in my mouth, and I gotta get it out. So, of course,
Wait, yeah.
don't ask me where it came from. I was fucking plastered. I don't know shit. So, of course, I do the only thing that makes sense is start spitting.
He literally spits on the floor.
as you do.
He literally spits on the floor, and I go, Cody, stop spitting in our fucking
And I'm
car.
like, no, I'm not spitting. I'm just trying to get shit out of my mouth.
So he spits like
He
8
spits.
goddamn times, and then he starts crying. Why do they think they're smarter than I am?
We're back to me not knowing shit.
They're not. They're not smarter than me.
Also, hold up. Wait. Guys, super serious moment. Don't work for Walmart. It's a trap.
What? So this motherfucker then passes out in the back of the car. And we get home.
Oh, it's a cat.
And it is a 20-minute excursion to get up into our apartment.
At
And
this
I'm
point,
like,
I'm completely gone. I have no memory of anything after the getting in the fucking car.
I'm like, Cody, you good? And he goes,
Fucking no, I won't.
he literally goes, yeah, I'm fine. I just gotta take a shit.
Hold on.
Yeah, as you
That
do.
was very
As you
obviously
do.
a white lie.
So we're in the
As you do.
he then gets out of the bathroom about 20 minutes later, goes to his room, falls asleep. I walk into the bathroom, I'm like, man, he did pretty good. He took his clothes off. He didn't throw
Hold
up.
up. I want everybody to know that I normally, at this point in my life, I slept with clothes on. I woke up naked. It was a confusing time.
He took his clothes off. He didn't. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went to pick up his shorts and take his phone out of his pocket. I pick up his shorts. He filled them with vomit.
Oh,
Like, absolutely full. So I'm like, fuck it. He can deal with that in the morning. I throw them in the bathtub. Then I walk into the room to check on him.
Hold on.
There's
Wait.
vomit all over his roommate's bed. Vomit all over his bed. And he's literally laying in it, just sawing logs fucking out.
Yo, you don't sleep well until you've been fucking blackout drunk.
I don't know. I've been blackout drunk a few times.
Take it away, buddy.
all
You
right.
wake up the next day and it's like you're
Hey.
fucking on cloud 9. Shh.
All right. We'll take that as our argument for the week. Thank you for joining us at the Above and Below podcast. We apologize if this episode's a little bit incoherent, but we had a good time and we hope you enjoyed listening. And always, have an above average day. Bye.
See you, everybody.
Kisses.
Peace
Adios.
To the podcast.
The podcast!